we just jump straight into it, or see how far we get?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we say hi? Hi, I'm Airinna. That's so weird, but okay. So what inspired me to write How Do I Say It? Well, obviously it was about a crush. Well, I think that having a crush on someone is such an intense and such a wonderful feeling. And I think everyone must have gone through that, like at least once in their life. And I think that when you develop a crush, right, you have all of these uncertainties, and like you have so many questions, like you like that person and you want to ask them whether they feel the same or not, and you're scared of that. And so that's how I came up with the first few lines in the first verse, like, how do I say this without scaring you off? I don't want to risk it, so I would say I'm in love. So that was like the beginning part of the song that I came up with.
Oh, okay.
And then I played on the chords. Yeah, I tried on the chords. And you know, like the last time I wrote a crush song, it was a song that I worked with you, Last Letter. And well, I would say it was a bit bitter. It had a really sad ending. And so I didn't want to write another bad crush song, you know what I mean? So I was like playing around with the chords. I wanted the chords to sound sort of like happier.
Did you write the whole thing in one sitting, or was it kind of over a couple of days?
Well, I wrote the lyrics first mostly, and then after that, like the next day, I sat down with the piano and just played the chords and sang the lyrics that I had.
Awesome.
And then I recorded the demo and then send it to you. Well, it's funny because you know, when I come up with the chords and the chords sounded so like it sounded really like a happy tune, and then I thought like it had like that love vibe.
Yeah, because I remember like the song, the Lao song was like obviously had that Latin vibe to it. It was like not his normal sort of style, but it was like really cool. I feel like that kind of uncertain, because it's not what you really expect in, like when you hear the start of the song, you're not expecting like a Latin vibe. Like, I didn't think you were gonna go with the Latin vibe, and then I heard like when the chorus hit, I was like, oh, this is different. This is different than I thought it was gonna go, but I liked it. You know, that was so cool. How did you like come up with that? What made you go with the Latin vibe? Yeah, I think it was one of on the album, the loud track. I think you referenced like one of the songs. I think it was one of that song or one of the other on that album had like that sort of feel to it.
I think it was Love Like That.
And I recently, like just before that, I kind of been really into like J Balvin and like a lot of like proper reggaeton sort of stuff. Just listening. So I was like, like maybe this would work. Like I probably should give it a go. So I just started doing it. I was like, this kind of is cool. So I thought, like I'll send it, and then we can always kind of change it if not. But then obviously you dug it as well, so that was cool.
Yeah, I liked it. Also probably because it sounded different from what I've put out before, and like from the other tracks that we put on before. How did you like put all the things? I know that you put that metal.
There's some others I forgot to tell you as well, actually. What I was kind of going for is I wanted that, because it was like, how do I say it? You're kind of like wanting to approach the person, but not wanting to kind of be too forceful. And so I was thinking like, I kind of wanted like either like a door knocking sound or something that wasn't too melodic.
Oh.
And so I thought, what would like hint at a door knocking or like kind of trying to tap, but would still kind of fit with the song. And so I just kind of put on some metal railings and trying to spend some time tapping them. So I started with the guitar part. There's a couple of different parts. There's an acoustic part, which is what I recorded first. And I wanted it to sound quite imperfect. So I rather than use a microphone, I recorded it directly into my phone as a voice memo. So it kind of got that kind of hissy sort of sound. So that's what this sounds like.
Oh.
With like almost every song, I feel like it's got to have a reverse part to lead it back in. So we've got that little reverse of the acoustic guitar just to keep it moving.
Wow.
And then I recorded.
That's cool.
And then I recorded the other kind of electric guitar parts. I think. Yeah, so it was just for the chorus, just this lead line. I was just playing around, like just jamming over the top of it, and this sort of came out.
that's like the distinct line in the song.
Yeah, yeah. So I kind of felt like it was kind of happy enough to start off with, but it kind of went down, like kind
Happy
of
enough.
balanced it in a bit more melancholic. Yeah, so that was quite cool. And then added the piano and like pads, which sounds like this. And interestingly, this is another sound I forgot to tell you was in here actually. This is the sound of
What is it?
I don't know if it's the same in where you are, but it's the sound of a pedestrian crossing beeping. It's very strange.
What?
I was watching an interview with
It's
Phineas.
very strange.
So initially
Process
it
had
sounds like this. This is what it. When you
How?
cross the road, that's what that sounds like in the UK. But then I added a ton of effects to it.
I didn't even realize it was in the song. Okay, I'm gonna listen back to it again.
But then with the effects on, it's a bit more dreamy, and like sparkly, which is kind of what I was trying to get. But this is actually, I passed this. I had to cross the road to get to the metal railings, and so I just recorded.
You did?
As well. So this is what it sounds like. The front. And obviously, like the pads, guitar.
It sounds so sci-fi.
And then obviously the drums and the bass. Drums wise, it's pretty simple. And then kind of just pulled it back. Like if that was the peak of the song, where did it start? That's kind of how I normally try and work. Yeah, so then started with the verse chords, which I kind of went with like an electric guitar rather than acoustic all the way throughout. Also just kept that kind of pluck, so that it didn't sound too out of place when you hear like a plucked electric in the chorus. I feel like because we had the vocals, that really helped, because I could kind of use your vocals in the demo to kind of as like a reference. So I kind of knew what it'd sound like, obviously once you'd kind of recorded layers and stuff. Because I think you recorded in the vocal production, we've got like one main kind of vocal track, and then I think what I did.
And then I wanted to add the double.
Yes, we've got a double left and right, which is a very loud thing to do. If you look like with his voice, one down the middle and then one other side. So again, really referencing loud a lot. I think it was there's a couple of bits where we kind of did different reverb as well, like the higher harmony, I think it was, or the ad-lib.
Yeah, for all the ad-libs.
Yeah, I think like the inspiration for that was like very 1975, like the way that, because I think the way you kind of sung the ad-libs with that reverb on kind of just reminded me of like the vocals in like 1975 sort of stuff, early sort of stuff where it's like kind of really wide, like a nice thick reverb on the vocals. Oh, the ambience. I think this was your idea, wasn't it? To add some like, kind of place the song in like an atmosphere of like a.
Oh yeah, like because with the whole song, how it made me feel, like how the song made me feel, and it kind of felt like I was at the party. There were balloons and stuff, and then so that's like when the idea came in, and I told you like, can you add sort of like the sound of people chattering at the back, like as if it gives you that feeling of like you're at a party.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. Like, yeah, this is what it sounds like when it's on.
So we added this into the intro of the song.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like having that sort of, because when you hear that, because you hear it before the music starts, I feel like it kind of puts you in that space before then you hear the song, and then the song makes so much more sense because you're already thinking about that place, like sort of like nostalgia sort of vibes, because everyone was obviously kind of been in a place like that, and then with like the melancholic sort of feel where it's uplifting again, it's kind of like that very nostalgic of like crush being in that moment.
Yeah, because I think the thing about the song is like you're just unsure because you don't know what the answer is, so you don't know what the ending is like. So that's how it is throughout the song.
Yeah, exactly. I think probably that's probably enough of like the session. You're